We are Guild 21, and we will be presenting our project on patents, prizes, and subsidies.
So, what is a patent? A patent is a piece of intellectual property that is designed to protect an inventor's unique idea or product from others who may want to create, sell, or use it. This takes effect when your patent is approved by the government for up to a maximum of 20 years after the patent was filed.
So what can be patented? Anything that is considered to be new, innovative, or just a useful idea can be patented. But these patents also have to be approved by the Canadian government's Intellectual Property Office. And your patent has a chance of being granted if your invention is a product, a machine, process, a composition, or anything that improves on an old idea.
Some examples of patents include the iPhone, which was patented under electronic device, the molding process of elastomers shown in the picture below, hydrocarbon burners, which creates energy through the chemical reaction between a hydrocarbon and oxygen, and the GPS, or global positioning system, and the use of satellites.
Patents and how they're related to engineering. Patents have the rights over technology/methods being used or created. Engineers are needed to innovate. Patents give rights to projects that are not obvious solutions. Unique designs and solutions guarantees customers who deal with the same issues. With a patent, the engineer is given a percentage of profits made from their creation.
Some examples of where you might find patents in Canada is the Canadian website under intellectual properties and office. For each country, they will have their own way of finding patents and other intellectual property, as well as specific apps and websites might assist you in finding those patents and intellectual property.
Now, what is a prize? A prize is a form of gratification that is given to someone or a group of people for their achievement. And prizes can be in many forms, such as money, certificates, or honorary degrees. And these are often given out by governments or large organizations to congratulate those people on their achievements.
So what are the types of prizes? Some of the types of prizes can be in the form of money, and this could be pay raises, bonuses in somebody's contract, prize money, grants, or scholarships for students. Prizes could also be in the form of certificates or awards, and they're often determined by public officials or by research or government institutions. Some examples are the Turing Award or the Thomas W. Eddy Medal. Honorary degrees could also be a form of award, and it's usually given up by universities to people even though that they did not attend the university.
Two examples of prizes include the Turing Award and the Charles Stark Draper Prize. The Turing Award is used to showcase people who excel in technology, and the Charles Stark Draper Prize is an award given to engineers with a $500,000 prize.
Prizes and how they're related to engineering. ASME, also known as the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, the highest award that the society can bestow and is recognized is the Eminently Distinguished Engineering Achievement. With the addition of prizes, engineers are given more publicity with their products if it is proven to be a life-changing solution. This can result in more incentives and profits for awarded solutions. Products / methods will most likely be known worldwide.
Some examples of where you might find prizes is on the government website for research institutions. Usually hand out prizes. As you can see in the picture provided, there is research funding and awards, and there's a list of different funds that they give out for different types of research, as well as when you're going into post-secondary programs or after your post-secondary degree, they may offer prizes for getting on a roll.
You may now be thinking, what is a subsidy? Well, a subsidy is typically a government grant, which is used to aid a company so that they can remain successful. And this can also be put towards that company's product or service so that the price of said product or service can remain low or at a competitive price.
So the 6 most common subsidies that the government can provide funding for can include agricultural subsidies, subsidies for if you own an electric car, subsidies for fossil fuel, subsidies for if you use a lot of greener energy alternatives, steel, and transport.
There are various Canadian government subsidies used for green energy, agriculture, and/or education. The subsidy offered with buying a Tesla is around $8,000 to $9,000 in price reduction for driving a green vehicle. There's also specific farming funds given in agriculture, which pays farmers for planting crops needed by the Canadian government.
Subsides and how subsides are related to engineering. Provided by the government to engineers/engineering firms. Incentives for engineers to work on projects for either social or economical change. Through subsidies, engineers are asked to innovate based on improving of the well-being of society. This can result in projects/methods that not only improve people's lives, but also their wealth or their well-being.
Some examples of where you might find subsidies is on the Canadian website. Canadians Emergency Wage Subsidy, as you can see on the screen, this is a place where you might need to find wage compensation if you're not being able to be paid properly due to any conditions, as well as Canadian unemployment pay. So if you are not being able to work or be employed, there is paid subsidy, as well as student scholarships or grants from employers.
So, where might an engineer come in contact with a patent? An engineer might come in contact with a patent if they're trying to innovate or invent an idea, process, or product.
Engineers may also encounter prizes if they are working in research institutions like universities or the government. These awards are often given out by these institutions due to them having lots of money to give out. And these awards are given out for certain inventions, innovations, and discoveries.
An engineer might come in contact with a subsidy, especially if they work within a large company or within the government, because if the government happens to be interested in that company and what they're doing, subsidies are often given through government grants.
Does the way we use technology affect the traditional way in which we approach patents, prizes, or subsidies?
Be more awareness to a patent due to the social media being present. As technology advances, more complex patents will be made, and traditional prizes may not be as important as before, since anyone can use social media to build their reputation.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope you learn more about patents, prizes, and subsidies.